And we are back live from Tempe, Arizona for the 59th Collegiate National Championships. Here is the announcement. You heard the announcement from Abraham Montijo.
Both these guys newcomers to the big stage, Dave.
Victor Perez is from Southern California. Now he lives in Lake Forest, and his cohort is one that just ruled that ball out, Memo Payeras.
Looks like it's going to be an incredibly competitive match here, Dave. These guys are matched up nicely.
Score is 0-0. Victor Perez wearing the Lake Forest black shirt there.
Nice one-wall pass there from Victor.
Guillermo is from, or attending, University of Texas.
Victor originally from Southern California. His game has just improved dramatically, Dave, over the last 2 years training in Lake Forest under the tutelage of Coach Dow.
Score is 0-1.
Guillermo goes for that paddle dump fly kill. Tried to use the heel of his hand there to deaden the ball, came up short. Victor shows a little bit of his inexperience there, Dave. He passes Guillermo to the left. Guillermo flips the ball into the back wall. Victor should be up there waiting for that ball to take it out of the air with Guillermo in the backcourt. Instead, he lets it bounce and ends up losing the rally 10 shots later on that ill-advised spike. Really, any spike is ill-advised in the four-wall court. Neither of these guys, Dave, really pure shooters.
That's the reverse curse right there.
The reverse announcer's opposite.
1-0. Victor Perez hits the ball a little too high on his body, and that could be just nerves. I'm sure we could watch more of his match and he might settle in. He didn't get here for no reason, though. He had a tough draw.
It's a huge accomplishment, Dave, to make it to the semifinals of the Collegiate Nationals. There's over 275 players here. This means you're one of the top 4 amongst 270-odd players. Very impressive accomplishment.
Victor Perez going to Lake Forest College.
Beautiful kill shot there from Guillermo. Guillermo really looks completely ambidextrous to me, Dave. Very smooth with both hands. Here's the underhand lob serve to the left. Victor takes it up to the ceiling. Guillermo has a lot of fans in the gallery, Dave.
Guillermo from El Paso, Texas, playing against the likes of Sal Santa Ana and Luis Cordova.
A couple of great players. Sal, a legend in the southwestern portion of the country. Luis Cordova, an up-and-coming phenom, as well as his brother Daniel. Tremendous competition for Guillermo down there in the southwest corner of the state.
He's studying mathematical science.
Sounds really hard. And that's Victor again, Dave, taking the ball at about shoulder height and trying to drive it into the bottom board.
Scores 1-4.
You know, Dave, a lot of these guys have never seen themselves play before, and they'll have the opportunity to watch this on demand on Nifty TV in the upcoming week, and I think they'll see a lot of what we're talking about, Dave, because if you've never seen yourself swing, you don't really understand the technical mistakes that you're making.
2 serves 4, first game. 2-21, tiebreaker to 11.
Victor, Dave, also in the doubles final later today. He'll partner with Nikolai Nahorniak. They'll face teammates Pat Jarvis and Isaac Acosta. So he's just getting started, Dave, and we're already exhausted here. We've been through a couple of incredible matches.
Look at that, almost get from Nemo. Score is 5-2 now.
Certainly have to thank, Dave, all of the USHA staff, WPH staff, and all the volunteers that have made this event so incredibly enjoyable and so efficient. From Vern Roberts to Matt Kruger and Matt Stamp to yourself, Rick Hatcher, and of course our scheduling team of Steve Soto and Lance Lowy, Ashley Moeller, and our crack staff behind the cameras. Jeff Kastner, Chris Brad.
And they're working all night long in some cases. Steve Soto, Gary Cruz. The only complaint comes from Court 5, who is suffering a broken back glass wall when one of the student athletes fell back into it.
It's true.
And I thought there would be a lot of upset people here at the rec center, and we got smiles. And I said, "Why are you smiling?" They said, "Insurance, baby, insurance." The student athlete, by the way, is completely fine. The wall and the back door partition, not.
Insurance is a valuable thing when you hurt yourself on those handball court doors. Nice hustle there from Guillermo, but a better shot from Vic Perez. Not sure if I can say it with the same gusto that you do, Dave Vincent, but I try.
Both of these guys trying to work out a little bit of their nerves.
Vic plays very much under control, Dave. You don't see him over swinging or trying to overpower the ball.
You're watching the men's semifinals, game number 1 between Vic Perez and Guillermo Payeras. Guillermo from El Paso, Texas. Victor Perez from Southern California. Played those 3-wall courts, big ball and small ball. Trying to make the transition to a big-time 4-wall player. That ball straightened out.
Unfortunately for him, it's straightened out. It was the only chance Guillermo had to pick that shot up. You see Guillermo there wearing the USHA padded fingers gloves, Dave. Those actually provide support with the fist shot. You can fist the ball, have a little bit of cushion in there in the cuticles of your hand. Very comfortable. Becoming very popular amongst a lot of players, including the top players. Both players, Dave, a little bit flat right now. It's not unexpected after that incredibly emotional roller coaster women's semifinal match that we just watched immediately preceding this match. Unfortunate there for Vic. Vic did not recognize that that shot would merge with the side wall at the same time as he was going to attempt to swing. Should have actually taken the ball before the side wall to avoid that situation.
Score is 4-6.
You see Victor hitting a lot of the kill shot attempts up around his chest, and as a result, a lot of balls coming off the back wall. Of course, as soon as I say that, Dave, he lets the ball drop and drills it into the left corner. Beautiful shot there from Vic. That's the second consecutive back wall kill he's hit from the left side of the court into that front left corner. It's a low percentage shot, Dave, you would think, but he's making it look easy. Looked like Guillermo thought that ball would run straight down the left wall and had a little bit of a reverse on it, popped into the wall and ended up coming right into his body. And now Vic just wearing out Guillermo with the hard pass shots down the left. A smart timeout here from Guillermo is a little bit out of sorts right now.
You're watching the 59th Collegiate National Handball Championships from ASU, hosted by the WPH. We're in Tempe, Arizona at the Rec Center, and the crowd, they didn't go away after that last match. It might sound a little bit more quiet than the last women's semifinals, but this I'm certain will heat up. It's Vic Perez in the lead here, 10-4 over Guillermo Payeras from El Paso, Texas, but Now going to college at University of Texas, Vic Perez, originally from SoCal, now living in Lake Forest, attending LFC. His coach, Mike Dow. Of course, they're a powerhouse for handball, but I mean, I guess you could say University of Texas is too. Pete Tyson and Wayne Lee and those that have helped out with that program, Beth Rowley, they have continued to make that a huge handball powerhouse. These two have been rivals for about 40 years on the collegiate handball court, if not more. Timeout over with. Referee is Abraham Montijo, wearing the WPH staff shirt. I was looking at Victor Perez here and I thought, wow, he looks a lot like one of your friends, Chris Maldonado.
That's true. Striking resemblance.
They kind of play a similar game too.
I agree with that. Pains me to have to give you so much credit, but it's just absolutely correct.
Well, I'm not good at analyzing handball games, but I could tell you when somebody looks like somebody else. Kind of hard to mess that one up.
That's true. They're almost clones of one another. Chris is watching just down the street in beautiful Tucson, Arizona. And there's that patented back wall kill from Vic Perez into the front left corner.
Now earlier today you went on the court and conducted a pro player clinic. And though you weren't able to address every issue that could come up in a handball court, we have you in the booth for one of those reasons, and that is that you can analyze. And looking at Guillermo's kind of his mannerisms now here in the court, is it just me or is he not just rotating up toward the middle after the shot, playing very lazy and in the back court?
He's not putting himself in a good position, although there he moves himself into the front court, but he does have a tendency to hit and stand, and it seems like he's listening to us now, Dave, as he's bouncing around now with more zest than we've seen. Guillermo reminds me a little bit of Jaime Paredes, Dave, just the way he's built and the way he swings.
I was thinking of a young Eddie Chapa.
Could be.
Forcer's 11.
Nice Z serve. And you see Guillermo just stand straight up. Didn't back up, hit that shot off of his back foot and flubbed it badly.
It's 11 serves 4, first game, second serve. A very lazy shot right there on the return from Guillermo, who could have, if he wanted to, just take a fish shot and popped it to the ceiling. Trying to guide that ball in. Even if he hits it with that pace, Vic could have easily have returned it.
As you can see, Dave, it's Guillermo doing virtually all of the running here. And as you know, the person that does the most running is the person generally losing. Vic is controlling the center of the court, moving Guillermo side to side and front to back. That's a nice return from Guillermo, but Vic pops that right back to the ceiling. Really like the way Vic is playing right now, Davies. Giving Guillermo very little setup opportunity. Lake Forest, Dave, actually has a study session / meeting every night during tournaments, including last night. We saw them meeting, Dave, right there on the first floor in the conference room. They actually diagram, they go over videos. They go over all sorts of different situations and strategies for their upcoming matches based on their opponents. And you can see Vic has come in here with a plan.
Okay.
Guillermo looks like he's just in there hitting the ball, and Vic looks like he's following a blueprint. That's a big difference. You see Vic methodically moving Guillermo around the court. And there's an air. Guillermo overpowering Vic's left there with an overhand drive down the left wall.
5 serves 15. Nice get right there from Guillermo, and a skip in from Vic.
Guillermo using the back wall, front wall retrieve a little bit more often than I think he should, Dave. That's really sort of a last resort. We've already seen Guillermo attempt it 4 times early in this first game.
14-6.
That ball sounded like it broke.
This is the first broken ball I've seen here, Dave, at this event. We're playing with the USHA Red Ace. You can buy yourself a can or a case today or anything in between. Visit the ushandball.org homepage. Place your order today. Play with the ball that the pros play with. The USHA Red Ace.
They also have premium select handball gloves. They have premium custom shirts and their shorts and all of their gear. It's online. And they're also here. So if you're in the area, you can get all that stuff.
We'd like to be wearing some of that comfortable gear, but we have to wear these suits when we webcast matches. Sometimes we loosen our tie, though, as the afternoon progresses.
15-6.
Score is 15-6. Guillermo looks just really tired.
Guillermo's in complete retrieval mode right now, Dave. He's not dictating play at all. And he finally gets himself a shot to step into and puts it away.
Second timeout, 6:15.
Score will be 6:15 when the players get back onto the court. So they take a timeout here at the Rec Center in ASU. You're watching the Collegiate National Handball Championships, brought to you by the United States Handball Association, hosted by the World Players of Handball. This is the 59th one of these championship games, and the first one that the United States Handball Association has ever held at ASU, where the palm trees are out, the sun, and a great atmosphere.
We will have some interviews in the webcast booth, Dave, throughout the rest of today. Hoping to have a couple of representatives from the USHA come in and discuss this great event, as well as some future endeavors. We know that the next big handball event is at the end of March, first weekend in April in Tucson. It's the Masters National Singles, the Women's Classic, the WPH Tucson Pro event, and the WPH Pro One Wall Big Ball event. So a lot going on.
Here's a huge setup. Vic Perez taking that off the back wall, and he converts.
It's been Vic's favorite shot throughout this first game.
That just looks like a guy that is unable to bend his legs.
Well, he's putting himself in a terrible position virtually every rally, giving Vic a lot of offensive opportunities. And there's another one, Dave. I mean, It's tough to win points when you're having to backhand balls and dive all over the floor just to keep rallies alive. And it's good pass shot from Guillermo. You hear his fans trying to rally their hero and top player from the U of T. Perfectly played ceiling shot. Guillermo takes it right back to the roof. Very smart pass shot there. Looked like Vic was going to take that shot back to the right.
That's another broken ball, I believe. Unbelievable. That was only about 3 rallies and that ball broke. You said it was the only one that you've seen on the show court. Well, this is now the second only one that you've seen.
Great back ball kill from Vic. If Guillermo wants to get himself into this match, Dave, he'll have to reduce the amount of back wall setups that he's feeding Vic. Vic teeing off on at least 1 back wall setup opportunity per rally.
6-16.
6 serves, 16.
And here's another one.
Point. Point.
Apparently that skipped. It sounded good and looked good at first. The second bounce was not good. We'll take a replay of this, Dave.
7-16.
7 serves, 16.
My first inclination was that it was a kill. Neither player arguing though. And Vic blasts that shot down the right wall. And here's that setup here.
16-7.
Yep, that definitely was a skip. Picked up quickly by our pro referee, Abraham Montillo. Abraham's actually an official WPH pro referee, Dave.
True.
So it's very nice for these players to have one of the top referees in the sport taking charge here. AB also a top 20 pro.
He's qualified a few times on the Pro Tour. Vic Perez now getting that 18th point.
18-7.
Vic Perez and Abe Montillo actually playing one another last year. Abe winning that in 2 close games, so Abe's familiar with Vic's game. It's a strange bounce off that light. I like how they continue to play, and that's a beautiful inside-out kill there from Vic Perez. Dave, he moves himself to his left,
19-7.
shoots the ball down the right. Great shot. Vic Perez, Dave, using that Marco Chavez soft power serve. Nice kill from Memo.
7-19.
Score now 8-19.
8-19.
Guillermo Payeras serving.
Not a good serve from Guillermo. It's a good ceiling shot. Nice touch. Beautiful wallpaper
9-19.
overhand ceiling shot from Guillermo, forces the air from Vic. Inching towards double figures now.
Side out.
And a side out.
Vic with a nice corner kill there.
19-9.
That was with authority, Dave.
I was just going to say the exact same thing. Absolutely correct.
27-9.
Crank that kill shot up.
Here it is. Game point serves 9. That looked like it was short. I like that shot right there from Memo.
That's from the Dave Vincent playbook. The tomahawk cross-court fist kill. What page is that on, Dave, in your playbook?
It's on the 4th page. There's over 100 entries per page,
Oh, okay.
but they're highlighted by that one.
It's a fun shot to watch. Crowd certainly appreciating it.
The book is actually underneath the parakeet cage as a liner to make sure that none of his droppings get to the floor. That's where it's best served. Score is 20-9 here with Guillermo serving to Victor Perez.
Side out.
Nice kill from Vic.
27-9.
Another chance at game point here.
Short. Second.
And
Wow.
Vic closes out the game in style with an off-balance shoulder height kill. Vic is now just one game from making it an all Lake Forest men's final. The winner of this to face defending champion Lake Forest College #1 player Nikolai Nohorniak.
Victor Perez defeats Guillermo Payeras by the score of 21-9 in the first game of the 59th Collegiate National Handball Championships here at the Rec Center at ASU. And as tradition, Jesse Aranda gets in the court and does his handball warm-up to a match that he'll never play. We are going to take a timeout. We'll be back in just a few. From the Rec Center, you stick with us at WePlayHandball.com, courtesy of Nifty TV.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
Shoot the ball, Memo.
Show Tom that the secret.
El fuerte.
Get fuerte. Get fuerte. All right, game 2.
And we are back live from the Rec Center here in Tempe, Arizona. Game number 2 between Guillermo Payeras and Victor Perez. My name is Dave Vincent, alongside broadcast partner David Fink. It's a huge setup here for Vic.
Victor, a very patient player. Really waits for his opportunity and completely mishits that left-handed kill shot attempt.
Second.
Smart shot from Guillermo there, and a nice get. Here's another setup. Overhits that badly. Strange miss hit there from Guillermo. Tremendous controlled fist. Guillermo sticks out the right fist. Hits the shot straight back down the right. Not an easy shot.
Score is 2-0. That was
Great
like a
kill.
laser right there from Victor.
Like that return from Guillermo there, Dave. Floats that ball high.
Score here is 2-0. That was a dig right there from Guillermo.
And now it's Guillermo really starting to assert himself. Guillermo's off to a nice start here in this second game. Surprised how lopsided that first game became, Dave, because these guys are very evenly matched. We could very well see a turnaround here. Guillermo already leads 4-0 here early in this second game. He lost the first game 21-9.
This is a timeout courtside at the 59th United States Handball Association four-wall National Collegiate Championships hosted by the WPH. It's a picture of, I believe, Vern Roberts standing right by the courts. Am I wrong there?
No, you're not.
That's the executive director of the USHA.
Here you go, time in.
Our good buddy Bill Mihelis is back home watching the live webcast. He was quite popular in the collegiates in the years that he played for LFC. I mean, it's not official, Bill, but your alma mater looks like they're going to take home another team championship if they haven't already earned enough points to do so.
I think as Guillermo would tell us, being the mathematics major, Lake Forest has the men's title locked up, regardless of what happens from here. Beautiful fly kill from Vic Perez there.
Second.
One serves four, second serve. There's Vic Perez serving. Make that 2 points now.
Serve and shoot. Gets the weak return on the cross-court lob and shoots the bottom board. Tremendous back wall kill. Vic backs himself into the left side wall. Gives himself the opening down the left. An inexplicable error there from Guillermo. Had about the easiest shot he'll have throughout the entire match and puts it in the floor. Both these guys very level-headed though, Dave. You don't see these guys down on themselves or wasting energy. They just plod along.
This whole tournament has been really, really nice. Very clean.
It's as though there's
Great
$1 million.
sportsmanship.
It's as though there's $1 million cash prize for the sportsmanship award. Everyone's in the running.
I'm very impressed. Wow, look at that shot right there from Vic Perez. Beautiful shot right there. Down the camera angle was excellent as well.
Vic generally likes to kill the ball down the left off the back wall. That time he pinches the right corner for a flat rollout. Vic driving the ball at Guillermo's feet. And Vic comes rushing in. That's one of those awkward shots, Dave, where you're rushing in at 45 degrees, a little bit off balance, trying to kill the ball across your body. And more often than not, the shot will skip. And as it did there. Great shot there from Vic. Combines the power with the precision. Hitting that kill about 2 inches high, about 76 miles per hour. Nice return from Guillermo. And not nice enough. That's from about 38.5 feet. Vic Perez unloads, drills that kill shot back to the left.
Victor Perez from Lake Forest College, serving to Guillermo Payeras, originally from El Paso, Texas, now residing at in Austin and at UT, another big, huge handball powerhouse. Goes by the nickname Memo.
It's been Vic Perez scoring 6 consecutive points after calling a timeout when trailing 4-0. You have to call that a smart timeout, Dave, because he's come in a different player.
6-4.
You can see the concentration is back after a little bit of a lull there at the beginning of this second game. Just a terrible second serve. And Memo fortunate there as that ball merges with the left side wall. Memo scrapes it off the
4-6.
left side wall for the kill shot.
Score is 4-6.
Beautiful shot making there from Memo. Pushes Vic to his right with a hard overhand spike and then paddle kills the next shot back to the left. Excellent back wall kill from Vic. That's not an easy shot,
6-5.
Dave.
Score is now 6-5. I like that return. Might not be textbook, but I like it. Good camera angle there.
And a nice retrieve from Memo. Only prolongs the inevitable, which is another flat kill from Vic Perez. Vic Perez really improved his offense, Dave, in the last 2 years. Didn't have much of an offensive game about 2 years ago when he started at Lake Forest, and now he's become a shooter.
8-5.
Well, you see that in Isaac Acosta, who is a complete shooter there.
I'm
sure-
wouldn't agree with that.
You wouldn't?
No, I would not. And Vic puts that ball into the floor. Isaac Acosta tuning in here, Dave, to the broadcast. He's in the booth.
I'm just saying that Isaac is a great shooter.
Okay.
I think you are disagreeing with me.
Well, I think you said he was only a shooter, a pure shooter.
I'm saying maybe the influence of Isaac is the reason why
Okay.
someone like
6-8.
Victor is now going to the shooting, because perhaps there's your peer pressure from your peers to improve your game. I mean, if you hang around with Isaac enough, you better learn how to shoot, because that's what he's doing a lot of. That's why he's so dangerous. Not in Minnesota, but he is dangerous.
Well, every time you see these young guys, Dave, it's like seeing a new player because they improve so much from event to event.
Score here is 8-7. Second.
8-5. Sorry, 8-7. Sorry, 8-7, second serve.
8 serve 7. This is a second serve.
It's been a very well played second game, and of course, as soon as I say that, Dave, it's Vic putting an easy shot into the floor. This is the fourth match for both of these guys, Dave, in the singles. They're also in the doubles, so this is the 6th or 7th match that both these guys have played since Wednesday. You know how much of a toll that takes on your body. Very easy shot there that Guillermo completely flubs.
We're all together at 8. This is game number 2 after Victor Perez wins the first one. Winner faces Nikolai Nahorniak.
Smart shot from Vic Perez. He has Guillermo pinned on his left, and he pinches the left corner and runs the ball away from Guillermo.
That ball looked like it was short.
Thought it was good. Doesn't matter now. A very well played three-wall wraparound shot from Vic Perez, the perfect touch as that ball ran parallel with the back wall, nearly impossible for Guillermo to return. And a beautiful crack serve. It looked like he was going for that serve, Dave. Caught that crack low on the left side wall. The ball rolls out.
11 serves 8. It's a big setup. Memo puts that one down to force the side out, and now a timeout call from Memo. Score is 8-11. You're watching the 59th United States Handball Association's four-wall collegiate national championships, hosted by the World Players of Handball, Tempe, Arizona, campus of ASU. Broadcast partner is David Fink. My name is Dave Vincent. We appreciate the fact that you've tuned into this live webcast provided by Nifty TV. We've been with Nifty and they, us, for about 5 years, 6 years or so. This service that they have can be offered to you as well. If you're in the business and want to get a broadcast out there, contact them, Nifty TV. All of their information is at niftytv.com. Score is 8 serves 11. Memo Payeras versus Victor Perez. So now it's a 9-11 score line.
That's the inside-out right-hand kill shot from Memo. Had Vic leaning to his left. And a nice kill there from Memo. We've seen Memo with that opportunity a couple times, Dave, throughout the match. He's attempted fist kills from there. That time he rolls the ball into the left corner. Now it's 3 quick points here for Memo and a timeout from Vic Perez. Vic Perez, very disciplined, Dave. He finds himself in a bad way, loses a few points in a row, and he immediately goes to the timeout. There's really no stubbornness about it whatsoever. Just makes the right call and tries to diffuse the momentum.
Video on-demand replay of the USHA Collegiate National Championships will be available soon at niftytv.com. Just select the WPH banner at the top. You may also want to check out Nifty's other sports broadcasts like Arena Football League, Professional Bull Riders, Grambling State University football, and so much more. niftytv.com. You know, that first timeout there, it only took 30 seconds, and we called another timeout. 30 seconds to score 3 straight points. 11 serves 11 now. And after a timeout, Guillermo seems like he gets a lot of his legs back.
This is pretty much what I expected from this match, Dave. A very close encounter, because I think these guys are pretty evenly matched.
When they're fresh. You can see really early on that Guillermo really wasn't fresh. He came out, had a pretty good lead, I believe it was 4-0. And then once his legs get heavy again, he loses control, takes a timeout, gets 3 more points.
Vic attempts 2 kill shots right in front of Guillermo to his right hand. About the worst place you can put the ball.
Nice shot right there. Crowd likes it too.
Memo making some great retrieves to keep these rallies alive.
Oh, that ball barely makes the front wall, and the crowd likes it.
And a rare show of emotion there from Vic, as that was a point he should have won. Ends up losing on that strange pop-up bounce from the back wall, front wall pickup from Guillermo.
I'd love to see a replay of that ball that went to the front wall. Did it make the front wall?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm not sure.
I only reacted based on the fact that Vic, who was up front, didn't say anything about it, but that very well could have skipped in. Here it is. We're going to watch a replay. This ball.
No, it didn't make it.
That's unbelievable.
That wasn't even close.
Can we just see the end of that replay one more time? Just the end. Here it is. That ball did not make the front wall. Travis Owen from...
It came up about 6 inches short.
Wow, not even close. And why was Vic so upset at missing a ball that skipped?
Nice kill there with the left hand from Vic. Off balance, able to steer the shot low enough down the left wall.
Great camera work there from our replay specialist, Chris Garrad and Jeff Kastner.
Replay 12-12.
Guillermo does not bend there or turn.
That's some tired legs right there.
Could have been. Great kill from Vic Perez there. Guillermo expecting that ball to pop into the center of the court, and it hugged the right wall as it hit that crotch and popped straight up. Vic goes for a big reverse there down the right, comes up short. You see that a lot of times, Dave. Players going for reverses down the left, the ball comes up short. Generally, your best reverses are usually a foot short. And there's a terrible error there from Guillermo. Not a time he can afford to give away points.
15-12.
Trailing now 15-12.
He's trying as hard as he can to stay in this game, and now he's giving some free points to Vic, and he has to take a timeout.
Well, Vic scored 4 consecutive points, 2 of them on Guillermo errors, and the other 2 on just huge setups that were given to him off very weak returns to serve.
Vic Perez wins the first game. Here in the second game, we were once all tied at 12. Actually, Guillermo was up 12-11 at one point, now losing 16-12. Game number 2, men's semifinals. The winner faces Nikolai Nahorniak tomorrow in the men's finals. Now, you said the women start at 9, so that means the men are at 10:30 or 10?
Actually, they have both scheduled at the same time, so we're going to see if we can coordinate so that the matches are staggered one on top of another. Potentially at 9 and then 10, so that everyone at home can enjoy both finals. I know which match I would watch if I had a vote.
I'm going to go ahead and guess so you don't have to have all this weird, awkward silence.
I'm not going to reveal it anyway.
Well, you're voting on Sandy Ing and her matchup against Shauna Hilly.
You're either right or wrong.
I know I'm right, though.
We see Guillermo trailing 12-16 here in the second game. These players are evenly matched, Dave, but it just seems like Guillermo has a number of mental lapses. Just lets his guard down for a few points here and there, and that's the difference between Vic able to extend his leads and pull away. Could be fatigue, it could be just a lack of tournament experience from Guillermo. We haven't seen him much on the scene. And that's not a good shot from Vic. That's the right shot. You see Vic just goes in there and crushes that ball. Doesn't take any chances with trying to tap the ball.
That's a hard ball to catch up to no matter what position you are on the court.
Even if Guillermo is able to get that ball back, Vic is still in a good position to win the rally as opposed to just going for the dink shot, taking himself completely out of the play.
12 serves 17. There is a side out now. And Memo serving here.
Beautiful kill. And Memo picks it up.
How did he get that ball back?
13-17.
Score is 13-17.
And there's an error from Vic Perez. We haven't seen many of these. That's the great pickup there from Guillermo. And that's the mistake of Vic right there, Dave, not following that kill shot in. Thought that the ball was down, and here's a big setup, and he puts it away.
And the crowd is behind Memo.
15-17.
And if Memo scores here, you'll see Vic taking another timeout, I believe. Because the crowd's going to go nuts. Memo has no legs right now, Dave.
Vic seems a little bit fatigued also, and he comes up with a huge shot there from about 31 feet. Stepping into a ball that was running away from him, a very tough shot.
17-15.
17 serves 15.
Great kill shot there from Vic. Waits on the shot. Memo actually cutting off the left side of the court there, and he just drills the kill down the right. Here's a setup. And he takes it and gets it. Very difficult shot there, Dave.
Now the
Memo
crowd
taking a timeout.
The crowd clapping now for LFC and their representative Vic Perez, who brought that score up to 19 here before Guillermo Payeras takes his timeout. Score 19-15 as we go to the WPH replay.
Just a beautiful textbook back wall kill. You see he moves out to his left and lets the ball come towards him. Has great spacing on that shot, Dave.
For those insurance claim adjusters, I believe that's the player that broke through the back wall earlier today and shattered the glass window or doorway that is being featured on our
He actually ended up
there.
on the kiss cam there and was denied.
19 serves 15, second game. Victor
He's having
Perez wins the first one, though.
Having a rough day. Breaks through the door.
Got snubbed.
Yeah. And that's Vic's favorite shot. Great kill down the right wall.
20, match point, serves 15.
It's his match point. You heard the announcement from the referee, and I think he almost got it on that serve. This is a setup.
He gets it, and that's the match.
And Victor Perez is in the finals of the Men's Division I Open Championship to face fellow Forester Nikolai Horniak tomorrow, winning this one 21-9, 21-15. Versus
Very well played match from Vic Perez, Dave, particularly the second game. Had to come up with the goods, and he did. He came up with the kills when he had to. He made some very impressive back wall kills, as well as some great kills down the right wall, as you see there. And You see him sprinting towards that front wall. So much excitement. He's worked so hard for this, Dave. And he has booked a spot in the finals tomorrow opposite his teammate and doubles partner, Nikolai Nahorniak.
It's the 59th Collegiate National Handball Championships live from ASU and hosted by the World Players of Handball. We're going to take a quick timeout. More webcast action here from the Collegiate Nationals coming up. You stick around. We're going to take a quick break and be back in just a bit. For Jeff Kastner, Linda Manning, Chris Garrad, and Dave Fink. My name is Dave Benson. Stick around. We'll be back with more action right around the corner.